Unfortunately today wasn't supposed to happen like this. I was supposed to be on the group ride, but after getting my wisdom teeth out, heels become like a real big issue with it pulsing in my jaw. So we decided to go for a solo ride. Rather than hold everyone back and feel bad and all that type of stuff, that's why we're out by ourselves today, just because it's just a little bit easier. And I'll be back on the group ride next week. So today I'm going to explore somewhere where I haven't ridden before, somewhere new, at my own pace, and just take my time. And also at the same time, keep the climbs to a low roar, you know, a minimum. It's also absolutely freezing this morning. It's like sub 5 degrees Celsius. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit for the Americans watching, but I'll show you what my kit is as well for my winter kit. It's probably a little bit of a hybrid between winter and summer, but I'll show you. It's so random that the Scotsman Creek Trail is through like a resident area. Like, it's crazy. It's just strange, you know? I'm used to trails, you know? So it's part of like this little residential area. It's crazy. Looks like I'm not the first person to do this, going by the trails on the grass. And I won't be the last. In Call of Duty, there's a thing called COD timing, which is if you're looking at a spot in like Search and Destroy or Team Deathmatch or whatever, and no one appears, and then you're like, okay, I'll look away. And then as soon as you look away, someone appears. I feel like there's literally cycle timing with the paths are clear, and then when everyone appears, it's when they're on both sides of the trail, and you have to split like the tiniest gap or slow down. It's crazy. Okay, let's do a little fit check right next to the scary tunnel. So first part about the fit is we have the Oakley Radar EVs, fantastic set of sunglasses, regular casque helmet, don't even know what the hell this thing is, just protects my head. It's actually not too bad, it's a really good fit. A little bit sweaty. Oh, not too sweaty. Okay, there we go. So now we have the Triple B gloves. The gloves are fantastic. I seriously love these. These are lifesavers. I found early days of cycling, my hands would always get the coldest before I lost 10 kilos. So the hands, that was the first purchase for winter warmth. The second good purchase was a good jersey. So right now we're wearing a Santini SMS. Don't even know what you want to go into it, but it's fluoro. The reason I got fluoro is so I stand out so people can see me on the trails as well as the roads. I just want to be seen, not in like a douchebag way, but in a way that people see me and we minimize those impacts and incidents, you know? That's the main thing, because we want to ride another day. That's what it's all about. The next bit of kit is a Santini windbreaker that we're wearing right now. This is seriously fantastic. You've got the material on the front, which is like an art smock. It's really like spray jackety, and then on the back it's very aero, so like all the heat comes out the back, so as the wind hits you on the front, you cool off on the back, which is fantastic. Seriously, it's an absolute game changer. Now underneath all that, we have a undergarment as well. This is fantastic. I never knew that this piece of like magic mic equipment was fantastic and this good, that it helps separate the sweat from your skin to the jersey, which it's kind of like a reverse wetsuit to a degree, but seriously, game changer, this bad boy. But one of my favorite things that I've purchased is these specialized arm warmers. Seriously, they are the best. They keep my arms so warm, and the best part about arm warmers is that you can just rip them down when you get too hot after a climb, and then you pull them back up on the descent. You don't have to pull over, you don't have to change your kit, nothing like that at all. It seriously is tier 1 cycling equipment. I get really hot as a cyclist, so I don't think I will ever wear long sleeves. Although today, being 5 degrees, I have seriously considered it because I haven't needed to strip these off. These are staying on. But I generally get hot when I'm in a group ride because we're always going to the absolute max and limited bashing. So who knows? And today being a more cruisy ride, we haven't really pushed ourselves to the absolute limit because of my jaw, my wisdom teeth removed. I don't want the blood flowing and everything like that. So it's all right. Mind you, it has been a couple of weeks, but I can still feel that pulsing in there, and it's not a nice feeling. The other debate with arm warmers is that, does the jersey go over them, or does the arm warmers go over the jersey? I used to wear it over, but this looks kind of cleaner. I don't know, but then accessibility-wise, you kind of have to rip this up to then pull that down. So I don't know, you tell me in the comment section below. But that's what I wear. Then I've got my Triple B bib shorts. I need to get another pair because winter, they're getting a little bit like cold. So over 2 days, they're still not dry, so I have to use a hairdryer to dry them. So I definitely need a second pair. But because we are new to cycling, it's obviously an expensive thing to get into. So we're gonna have to save up a little bit of cash to get a second pair. And the next pair that I would get is the ones that go over your shoulders, because these ones constantly fall down at times because of the fact that I have lost weight around my midsection, 12 centimeters. So it just keeps falling down. My legs are still the same size, but my waist, way smaller. And then we have the 2XU socks. They're literally just for running. They're a compression sock. They're fantastic. I love them. The reason I wear them is because they're not too thick. They're compressive. They keep my feet fairly warm when we ride. But also the other part about them is that because they are compressing, it helps the circulation of the blood flow, which is fantastic. They're not too aero though, because the lines go up and down, not that way. But now we're pinching watts. Don't you love new paths? Oh, they're so smooth, man. It's so good. Let's go. I'm actually really disappointed that I couldn't make it to the group ride today. Seriously, so upset. But I guess riding by yourself, you notice things that you don't otherwise notice when you're riding with a group, because you're taking it a little bit slower and you're taking the scenery in a bit more. Sometimes you just have to listen to your body as well. And I think that as us blokes in cycling, weightlifting, running, any sport, pretty much we're just like, nah, she'll be right. She'll be right, mate. Sometimes you just gotta take it easy and listen to your body and do an alternative activity instead. Or an alternative option of that activity at a lower intensity or something like that. But seriously, it's so fun, and I'm glad that I came out in the end. I actually love this trail. It's like that we're going down like a train track. We've got the power cables above us. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Wow. How good. This section of the anniversary trail actually follows the old Outer Circle railway line. It was built in the late 1800s to connect Melbourne's outer suburbs, but not enough people used it. So large sections closed only a few years after opening. Today, the tracks are long gone, but if you look up, you'll still see some of the old overhead power structures when parts of the corridor were later electrified. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool reminder that trains once ran through this area. Now, I also tuned into a little bit of rugby, but unfortunately it was rugby union. I'm not a massive fan of union. I'm more of a fan of NRL, National Rugby League. You know, that's what the real game is, okay? Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. State of Origin's coming up as well soon. Go Landers. Go Landers. See, this is the Call of Duty timing that I'm talking about. Whenever you see no one for ages on the track, and then suddenly everyone's there at once. Okay, there's a person on the left side, person on the right side, and then you have to slow pass slow straight through the middle. It just gets a little bit mumble jumble. But anyway, it's such a good trail, this one. Seriously, it's so enjoyable and it's such a nice ride, and it's on various surfaces as well. So not the best if it's absolutely bucketing down. You're going to get a lot of gravel and mess on your bike, but it's fantastic. And there's a fantastic cafe along the way. A homemade brownie. Yeah. And could I also get a iced latte, please? Overall, I'm really happy that I came out today. There was no records broken or anything like that. A little bit of punch at the start just to warm up, but apart from that, it was such a great ride. Really good conditions as well. And I'll tell you what, sometimes it's exactly what you need. If you've made it this far, let me know if you enjoy riding solo or if you enjoy riding with a group. And also, any winter tips down below, let me know in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.